What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and I am back for another Out of the Theater review. Now, this week, I went to check out the latest Sony Marvel Spider-Man movie, Madam Web, and I got a few thoughts that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to give you my opinion of the film, spoiler-free, of course, but before I do, if you would, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell icon. That way you get notified every time new videos drop. If you would, please throw me a thumbs up down below and leave me a comment. Did you see this movie? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I want to know your thoughts on the movie as well. All right, I'm going to be fully honest with you. I had no expectations going to this movie. Zero. Like, literally, I did not expect anything because the trailers just did nothing for me. I will say I like some of the cast. I like Dakota Johnson, actually, pretty good. Most of the things I see her in, I like her. And I know Adam Scott was in this, so that was cool. I like him. And then the girl who played Dora and Sydney Sweeney, they're the only other people that I recognize. I didn't even know Emma Roberts. Emma Roberts is in this, but I didn't even know. So I like the casts. Well, some of the cast. I like the lead, though. I like Dakota Johnson. So I was like, okay, at least she's in it. We'll see how this goes. The director is S.J. Clarkson. Now, from what I looked up before the movie, she comes from more TV. She did a lot of TV shows, like good TV shows, but a lot of TV shows. So I was like, okay, nothing really sticks out to me. I don't watch a lot of TV, so nothing sticks out to me that I could be like excited for the filmmaker. On the positives, I like to start with the positives. I thought Dakota Johnson was mostly good in this, save for the last 5 minutes. I didn't like her in the last 5 minutes. She starts talking weird, and I don't like that. But besides that, I liked her in this movie. I thought she was good throughout. She had a little bit of humor. She was kind of a reluctant, hero, which is fine with me. I thought she was good in it. I mean, I did like Adam Scott as Ben Parker. He was solid, Other than that, I'm trying to think. Some of the visuals were okay. There was one or two scenes like when she was learning her Madam Web powers, or either gaining the ability or learning it, that were okay. I didn't mind the visualization of them and how they would look. That was fine with me, actually. And I will say on a positive note, too, like, this is a character that, so far, these Spider-Man movies where Spider-Man's not in them, so we're like Venom, Morbius, now this one, and I know we got Craven coming up. But of the first three, this is the first character. I mean, Venom, in a way, but not Tom Hardy's version of Venom. He's like kind of a good guy. This is the first one that I could see like, okay, they could utilize her in a Spider-Man movie in an interesting way, I think. So I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. I don't know. I could see her being in one of those movies. All right, now let's get to some negatives here. This movie's not good. It's not a good movie. I will say it's not as it is not as bad as some other movies. That's true. I agree with, like, as far as these, if I'm comparing this like to Morbius, this is better. Like Morbius, I described it as like aggressively bad. Like it's like really bad, and it pushes all the way, like it's really bad. It's aggressively bad. This is more like whatever. When you walk out, like I wasn't like upset. I wasn't mad. I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe I wasted 2 hours. I just kind of felt like, man, I watched a movie. It had some parts, and there were some people in it, and they did some dialogue, and there was a couple of action scenes. They're not great, but that's bad to me. Like, it just, there's nothing about it that would make me want to rewatch it. I can't imagine popping this in one day. Like, I want to watch Madam Web. The villain, I do not like the villain in this movie. Apparently this guy he's named Ezekiel Sims. That's the character. He's from the Spider-Man comics, and he's pretty much just not Spider-Man. And he has a Spider-Man suit, kind of, like similar mask, similar suit. And he just doesn't have webs. Like, he can't shoot webs. But he jumps around like Spider-Man. He could climb on walls like Spider-Man. He has this other ability where he could like put venom into you, like a spider venom, I guess. And it's like a neurotoxin. But I did not like the actor who played him. The way he talks, they should have got someone else. No offense to this guy. I don't know who he is. I don't know what else he's in. But they should have got a different actor, because just listening to him talk, I was like, why is he doing his line delivery like this? Like, he was not good. And the villain's uninteresting to me. Like, even... and this is in the trailer, so, no spoilers, of course, but like, he wants to get the spider in the jungle so he could get the powers of the spider, right? But like, they never really explain why and what he does with it. They really don't. Literally, he gets them, let's say they flash forwards many years, and he has them, but like what he's rich, but like they don't show how, they don't show what he did. So kind of a waste of a villain in my opinion. And the way the final battle kind of goes down is horrible. It was like bad. So I didn't like the villain very much. The 3 teen girls, they're okay. They're a little, it's weird. Like literally one scene, they'll be like fighting and talking trash. And 5 seconds later, they're like best friends and they want to go eat, but they don't know each other. So this is not one of those things where it's like, you have your friend and you guys might bicker and fight, but you're still friends. It's not that, because they don't even know who each other are. Then they're just thrust into this scenario and they're all kind of jerks to each other. And then they'll be like, let's go get some pie. Let's just go get some pie. And then they're all best friends. So I'm like, what? It's weird. The dialogue is, oh my gosh. There is some like groan inducing dialogue throughout this movie. I will say there is another riff on the great power comes great responsibility line. And I rolled my eyes so hard. It was horrible. The ending, the Dakota Johnson, all her worst dialogue is in the last 5 minutes. It's terrible. So the dialogue's not great. Visually, I thought it was ugly at times. Although some of the power stuff looks good, like the action scenes are not well shot, so kind of ugly and hard to look at. So overall, just not a good movie. I didn't have a good time with it. I don't think it's not like the worst movie of all time, but it's still bad. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. I didn't have a good time. The points is mostly for Dakota Johnson being pretty likable in the lead and a couple of the ideas being decent. But, and also, this is annoying because we know this is set in the Spider-Man universe and they keep not naming people. So like Ben's like, I'm dating this girl. And she's like, what's her name? And they won't say May. It's like, we know who it is. Or Mary Parker's pregnant. I wonder who's in her belly. They say Peter, but they never say his name. So like, this is stupid. We know what it is. Just stop. Either say it or don't even allude to it because it's silly. So anyway, that's my thoughts on this movie. Now, next week, I don't know even what is coming out. So I will be back with another Out of the Theater review of something. And until then, take it easy.